and do our next series today, which is going to be War of the Realms. Now, this book is something that weird, it's a it's a good book, a good book. I don't know if there was like a tie-in book before this where I was supposed to read or something I'm missing. I just saw this book at my local comic book store. I'm like, yeah, it looks cool. I'll pick it up and I'll read the book. So I picked it up from the comic book store, read it, and it's pretty good. The story opens up with like them explaining the nine worlds, Niflheim, Niflheim. Then it would be what's it called? Niflheim. Oh, fuck, what's it called? Jotunheim, Muspelheim, Jotunheim, Vanheim, Heaven, apparently, which is Asgardian now. Part of Asgardian lore, apparently. Asgard, should be Valhalla, whatever. Alfheim, Midgard, and fuck was that one? Nidavala, Niflheim, and the Suvlheim. That's the one that is very weird, but best I can pronounce is that. I'm sorry. That's all I can do. Well, anyway, so after so it explains you the nine realms and what they are, and just gives a rundown, and we catch up to we see our team roster basically, and our team roster is stupid, right? It doesn't make sense, right? Because the book is called obviously War of the Realms, right? And it's about the gods and whatnot. And yet, look at the heroes that we have. You have Spider-Man, Jane Foster, Leeway, Punisher, Daredevil, Captain America, Black Panther, Blade, and bloody Wolverine, right? It's like this is the book called War of the Realms, right? Where basically the battle of the gods, and you do not have at all, Sunspot, the most powerful mutant physically, right? His whole thing that he absorbs solar energy and becomes stronger, right? He's not in part of your team. The battle of the gods. This is the gods fight or Hercules. What the fuck is Hercules isn't here, right? Again, you have Captain America, you have Black Panther, Spider-Man, Daredevil, but you have fucking Hercules. You know, an actual god. It annoys me. Or the other dude from Greek mythology, bloody what's his face? Ares? Is he? Who's he? Ares. Why don't you have Ares on the team? Why do you have the bitch boy heroes? Why do you have the human beings who could not do shit to gods? Why the fuck are they here? But anyway, whatever. So cuts to Odin. He's sitting in his chair. He's attacked by dark elves. They they presumably kill Odin. And then we cut to Thor and he sees Loki, in the endgame pose or Infinity War pose, where he falls from the ceiling. He lost Thanos. I mean, he didn't lose Thanos. He lost to Malekith. And so his brother, I need your help to beat him. So then he follows his brother through the portal to Jotunheim, and surprise, brother, it's not actually him. It's Malekith. I don't know why he doesn't kill him there. Like he could have just boom killed him there. Thor was at his weakest point. Malekith could have killed him. Whatever. Teleports him to the realm of frost giants, and then just jump his ass. But whatever. And so the story goes on, and we cut to the best captain in the series, Marvel, my favorite captain at all, Spider-Man. And he's swinging through the city, going through Manhattan, just doing Spider-Man things. When his license goes off, sorry, and he sees, some people from Asgard are attacked. So he jumps in, helps him, banters, quips. They bitch on about his quipping and whatnot and how infuriating it is. People who write Spider-Man don't really know how to write Spider-Man, so they just have him be this, arrogant, not arrogant, like this annoying guy who just quips all the time. They don't really know how to write him, so they just, oh, he's just an annoying guy who quips all the time. Everyone hates him for it. But anyway, he helps him fight, and they'll give him a rundown, like, yep, your realm is under attack by the Dark Elves, and some other realms have joined forces with Malekith. Then we see the chosen warriors from different backgrounds, like Wolverine, the Punisher, and good old the F4 and bloody the Avengers and the Devil all jump in and all start fighting the Dark Elves who invaded Midgard, and they're all trying to piece together what's happening and where's Thor. But Malekith appears and he, with his forces of gods and whatnot, Enchantress, all appear and they all fight. It's not really a fight. They just do the poses and then get smacked down by Malekith, who just beats them all to the ground. And then Loki eaten by his father. Pause. And it's like, well, yep, good start to the fight already. Team got just fucking took a nail. Then bloody gets eaten. And Strange appears with the other team members, Wolverine, Ares. Oh, sorry, Punisher, because having Ares would make sense. But then we cut to Manhattan, where the citizens of New York City get evacuated because there's another fight in New York City, like again. So they all get evacuated through Strange's mansion, and we cut to Wolverine, who I guess at this point in time was dead, just came back to life. I think this book is, oh fuck, 2019 or 18. I think this book came out. I think. Uh, so I think like him being alive is like relatively a new thing. Punisher doesn't know he's alive, so maybe like, a bit of like a jerk. That he's not that. Hey, you're back. Yeah, I'm here. I'm dealing with it. And Cap jumps at the weirdo, hits this frost giant in the face. Then he asks to look for a building to go back up and do it again. And Enchantress fights Ghost Rider and goes, yeah, I'm playing with a child. And She-Hulk with titties, or Hulk with tits, she's fighting a giant. Spider-Man getting his shit wrecked. Same with Hulk with tits is. And they're just basically just losing the fight, basically. So then Odin appears and just calls in his forces, and they just like, hey, we're here to even the playing field. So they start fighting, and they start even tight a bit, but we have to retreat and get to Avengers' headquarters, which is Des Celestial, and start strategizing their new plan and where's Thor and whatnot. But as this is happening, Valkyrie gets made as like a sacrifice to Malekith, like like in the first many conquests or deaths in this war. So teams around the world, like the F4, are fighting these frost giants. Same people in Wakanda, same with the X-Men of having their own battles here and there. And there's some tie-ins, which I will not do. Fuck tie-ins, I ain't doing that. And basically, some teams are split off to do certain things. Well, I won't explain what things are, because I don't want to do tie-ins. Basically, this team you see here on screen, their job is to find Thor and where he is. And that's what's what focus on, right? So they're fighting Thor. Other teams don't give a shit. One team is fighting Thor. The other team is leading an attack on Malekith. One team is like defending the Bifrost Bridge. That's all you need to know. And then Daredevil, with the help of blind Heimdall, picks up the sword and becomes the God Without Fear, which pretty good title. I don't like. I don't like it. I mean, I don't like it's just the face, right? He needs to look more godlike to me. It's more like a child, right? Where they kind of drew him look a bit childish, you know what I mean? Like, it looks too smooth, right? It's a bit rougher, but like a bit, I don't know, like angelic, you know what I mean? It looks too bright and colorful. I don't like it. I don't like it. It could just be me. I don't like it. Anyway, so here comes the Man Without Fear, and he can hear everything in the void. Just giving him the directions and whatnot. Blade's here, Susan. Fucking Blade is going up against gods, not Ares, not Hercules, not fucking Sunspot. Hell, it's. I know it's just something small, but really should use your heavy hitters. But you're using these characters like who are pretty weak and street level. It annoys me, but we gotta move on. Anyway, I lead a charge of Malekith's forces. She-Hulk's running beside the car. Ghost Rider, which is I forget which one this one is. This is the new one. I forget what his name is, but I don't like him. I prefer Johnny. Is it Johnny Blaze? Yes. Thinking of the other one. Something K. The other guess goes. Rider. Something K. Oh, it doesn't matter. Anyway, 31 with the bike and the jacket. Looks like a flame skeleton. And the bike's just cooler than the car, I'm sorry. Anyway, so Captain Marvel's War Avengers. I don't know if that's a thing. I don't read those comic book stories of Avengers. So I don't know if the War Avengers were like a long time thing, almost like a kind of like relatively newish thing, or was just made for this book. But it's a done roster. You have Captain Marvel, good roster, good starter. Captain Britain, or whatever. Venom, I assume Eddie Brock, and yeah, Eddie Brock at this time because Flash is, I think, dead at this time. I think because Batman for the Red Goblin. So yes, she should be dead, and Deadpool because haha, lol, isn't he funny? Anyway, so they're fighting the forces of Malakath, while the other team is trying to find Thor, or the other team is leading the assault. And Venom kind of fights Malakath, and we get a bit of a hint of Null, which if you don't know who Null is, the god of symbiotes. So we get this little thing like, oh yes, you're the child of Null, and he goes, wow, you've being a god, you're pretty weak, because Malakath, whatever his name is talking to symbiote, not Brock, so having this whole discussion of Null. He goes, bye bye, and just burns away the symbiote. So we think. We can't. Oh, sorry. Oh, it's like 2 a.m. here. I'm tired as fuck. So we cut to well, the team sent to find Thor. They found him, made out with the power of bloody dead frost giants, which they think Thor at first those are just heels, but those are dead bodies. And they go, holy shit, Thor, you okay? And so, Thor stands up, good old Thor pounds up. I mean, look at him. Bloody and beaten. Definitely is up to the name Chris Hemsworth. Thor. Definitely is not at all based off of, the MCU design. Obviously. Definitely not. By no means is this MCU inspired Thor, Definitely is. No Chris, no Thor iterations at all. Anyway, so Thor, just covered in blood in his God Rage form, and he says, "Send them all." And they go, Thor, buddy, we need to get out of here. So it gives you more like on what's happening. So the trolls took Australia. The elves basically just took Duck elves just took where Malakath is. Basically like Asia roughly. I know like getting into this Asia there. No, New Muspelheim. That was one of the other ones. Forget the Queen of Cinders. That's the one who has it. And then Sebelheim has it's Asia. What's past that? I don't know. That's Africa, obviously. One in the middle is Saudi Arabia. That has to be Japan, right? Because yes, has to be Japan. There's the side. This has to be Asia. I don't know what the top part up here is. That part. I don't know what that part there is. No, that has to be Europe then, right? Yes, it has to be Europe. No, am I just a dumbass? Am I just a dumbass? I think I'm just a dumbass. Because that top part either had to be Alaska. This had to be South America. That's North America, which is Jotunheim, whatever. This basically, we need to know each god, quote unquote, right, from the nine realms has taken control of these areas and claimed that territory. If you want to figure out which ones has which, up to you. I don't care. So I guess you run down the team. So the team kind of convinces Thor to leave the Frostshine realm and to get him out of there. But they get back and they got run with spiders, which are good guys. Don't ask. I don't give a fuck. It's annoying. Whilst at the same time, Iron Man and the dwarves are building armor and shit. Same with Shuri, and then Odin's wife Freya, who leads the attack on Malakath, is at the lose. So then Odin, in his stupidest design so far I've seen him in, just comes in his stupid Iron Man God golden armor bullshit, and it just sucks. I hate the design of it. Like why? I wish it looks stupid. I'm like, it doesn't fit Odin. But he fights too. Well, and then he and his wife team up together, and it's like really romantic, if you want to call it that, moment, I guess, during the fight. a married couple, but they're losing, and Malachi's forces overpower them, and they kiss before they meet their end, and they blow up in an explosion, supposedly. And then they lead on about we need a new leader to go and strike it. Now that Freya's gone, now that Odin's gone, we need someone to strike Malakath and be a leader. I nominate, and Thor's like, bitch, please, this your book? This is my motherfucking book, bitch. My motherfucking book. Do you sell books? What's your name? Jane? Get that shit out of here, dog. I'm a VLG. I'm a nigger before I'm a god. That's the anyway. So yeah, Thor struts in with his dumbass, over bulky destroyer arm and his axe and his stupid hammer, and he leads the charge with the heroes. Oh, fuck me. I'm sorry. 2 a.m. Tired as fuck. Then the next challenge. They have to go through and get Malekith's forces. So they'll attack Malekith. They'll charging in one last final assault against her. Thor just rages in, lightning ablaze. The Enchantress and fucking bloody Danny Rad, right? Danny Rad, and that's Iron Fist. Fuck, who's this dude's name? I forget this dude's name. It escapes me. Oh well, but anyway, Ghost Rider, this one here, I don't know what the fuck his name is. It eludes me. Him and Enchantress go for round 2. This time he wins and just beats Spider-Man, and of course, haha, because he's Spider-Man. Well, what's his team? Giant spiders. Which, as a guy that has arachnophobia, this page gets the fuck out of me. But moving on, so comes the Lord Spiders, which whatever. At the day, fine. She-Hulk goes to Australia. She goes down under. She fights the local wildlife at Drop Bear. Deadpool doing his Deadpool jokes and whatnot against the assault. Just firing off. Same with bloody Luke Cage and Iron Fist. And Thor just comes swooping in and just killing as many forces as he can, man. It's really good. Like again, it's like with all my reviews currently, I'm not gonna go into full detail on what happens. If you want to know the full plot, read the book for yourself. It's gonna give like a general like gist of what happens in the book, and determine whether you like the book and whether well enough to pick it up. Because right now the art is amazing, the story is okay, and that's all I got for now. Anyway, so then we get introduced into Thor, into the Thorverse, and we have Ghost Thor, and we have Thor Noir, and then we have Thor B Odinson. Yeah, I'm guess anyway. So yeah, this is the Thor Corps. I'll team them up one last time. You got All Father Thor. You have to do. I think these from the 90s. I think it's from the 90s. I think. I don't know what Thor it is. I'm not a Thor fan, so I don't know who the fuck these two are. I know All Father Thor is Jane Foster Thor from the movies and the comic books. Obviously, I think after takes place after Unworthy Thor. After he becomes unworthy of the hammer, and she uses the power of Thor, but she has cancer. So I don't know. This is. Not get into it. Anyway, so the Thorverse teams up, and they all go out to fight Malekith and the stupid bloody war goat from the shitty movie I never watched. So they all charge. The Thor Corps charges. And cut back to the heroes, and they're just still fighting the Frost Giants and the other Dark Elves, and it's leading one last assault with Thor leading the charge, and they arrive at Malekith Thorsus, who is now wearing this symbiote suit, because Malekith, during the whole war thing, we supposedly think that symbiote suit's gone, but he actually has it chained up on the stone wall, and he puts the symbiote on. And that's just that. So anyway, the Thor Corps appears, and Thor summons the thunder, and he brings the one and only, the man, the goat, the real one, Mjolnir. Mjolnir. And there's a Thor's house whooping ass. Once Thor's got the hammer, it's game time. So Chris Hemsworth, Thor, puts the hammer, and just goes to wreck shit of it all. Because he wanted to get the hammer, he had to go into like a dying star, like in the movie. No, okay, it wasn't a dying star. He just sat in the sun, kind of like in the movie. and he built a new hammer and a wooden handle, kind of like in the movie. Okay, so anyway, yes. So there's this huge fight. Thor starts wailing, just beating the shit out of Malachi, and eventually he wins. And the rest of the heroes just basically just do clean up work. Start killing off all the enemies. Loki survived, well, not in like a normal way. I think it's explaining his tie-in. I think if you want to know what happened to Loki and what he was doing in there and how he's alive, just read his book. I'm not going to go into tie-ins. I'm only doing the main story of War of the Realms. So he, boom, Loki. You see he survives. Malekith eaten by his animals, gets torn apart by his tigers and lions and bears. Oh my, just completely obliterated in the story. And he was go, we win? Yeah, we won. Daredevil loses his powers. Punisher just fucks off. Venom just fucks off like a fucking kid with anorexia. He just goes back to his hospital. And the other hero's like, yeah, woo, we won. Let's go, baby, let's go. So the realms all restored peacefully. Balance is achieved. You know, we all sing hands. Kumbaya. We won. The third book is done. Just basically typical Marvel event. Basically, there's nothing that's stood out to me. Nothing big. And then Thor becomes the new king of Asgard, and becomes the All Father, like his other Thorverse self. And that's how the book ends. He has Hammer back. You got the stupid destroyer arm, which looks just out of proportion. His Chris Hemsworth design. I mean, he's totally new, unique design. That is Thor. Odin wearing his Iron Man armor, which I didn't like. Oh no, I give the story like a 6. I say the art's pretty good. If you like the whole God thing, then you might like this book. I personally do not, because I believe it had the wrong cast. If you're gonna do a book about, the gods fighting, you need to have, the heavy hitters, not just, the street level ones, the popular ones. Oh, it's gonna be... Sorry. Professional YouTuber, by the way. Professional YouTuber. Do professional reviews. Anyway, so... Yeah. Story 6 out of 10. Art... I'll give it an 8. Oh, no. I'll give it an 8 out of 10, yeah. Like I said earlier with Daredevil, it's a bit too clean. It needs to be a bit rougher in that sense of aspect. Daredevil's shiny design needs to be clean. Spider-Man's needs a bit more detail in it. Like, it was good. It needs to be more sleek, I'd say. The dialogue, pretty good. They didn't have right Spider-Man, but that's why I haven't much rather just done right Spider-Man. Then just have him be like the quippy guy that just annoys everyone. But he's really not. He stands on his own two feet and written by a competent Spider-Man writer. But this story isn't about Spider-Man. It's about Thor, and it is a good Thor book. Yes, if you like Thor, I'm guarantee you'd enjoy it. I personally am not a Thor fan, so I don't read Thor books. I don't fuck up about Thor books at all. So if this book speaks to you as a Thor fan, then by all means. But someone who doesn't read Thor, this book to me was just okay. It was pretty good. It was fun. It was fun to read. I love colors. I love fighting, and restores Thor to having pneumonia, and it's pretty good. I would recommend this book to you if you're a Thor fan, or if you just want to, just curious to see what it is. I highly recommend checking it out. I want to highly recommend checking it out. I recommend you should. 6 out of 10. It's not bad, not bad. It's not great. It's good. It's a good book. It's all to read. The action's fun. Story's fun. Again, the colors, all good. That said, that's all I have for today. Next time we come back, we're going to do back to gaming. I just finished my other review earlier, and so this album should be uploaded a bit later on in the day, if I remember. But the next book, one more book left to review for now, and then going to be on a dry stall for a while. But yeah, next time we come back, we should be doing SpongeBob and Horizon Forbidden West. I'm looking so forward to beating their game. I'm so excited. So, well, let me say, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you